Roxo Media House.
All right,
Kenny, you look good in your shirt. You been working out, man?
I have. Thank you very
That's what I'm
much.
saying.
Well,
You look solid.
Trying to maintain. You know what I mean? Trying to maintain.
Not bad. Not
It's
bad.
the effort, man. It's the
I feel
effort.
motivated
is that
right
crunches?
What? Crunches? What we talking about right
Is that kettlebell?
now? Really? Yeah. You're okay.
You don't do
yeah,
kettlebell?
yeah.
Not bad.
Hey, look.
Swing. The swing
look.
and the bell.
That's
yeah.
kettlebell.
That's not my shirt, is it?
First of
All right, on that note, I want to welcome everybody to the Three Real Brothers podcast, man. We are back again for episode 3 of the Three Real Brothers podcast. We
sure.
may look like if we have changed the set. We actually just changed rooms. Our house is so big.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so you are back again with your host, Mr. Chris Gardner. And I'm here with my brothers, my co-hosts.
Yep. Kenny Gardner.
Again, we're introducing ourselves. Kyle Gardner.
I don't know why we do that. I don't know how else to
you
start
I
a
don't know how to
podcast.
do
Yeah.
it.
Is that what-
Hey,
I don't know. I think we just be like, yo, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah,
Okay.
what's up, everybody? What's
There we
good?
go. We'll do it again.
so let's
All right.
start over again.
I'm not going to start over because we've already started. And once we hit play, we are actors and we're entertainers. We're not going to go back.
This is
Okay.
not a
Okay,
play.
all right.
This is
And we're going longer than needed already. We've already gone longer.
that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Yes.
but before we get started, I need to pour my drink up.
Okay. What you drinking? What is that you drinking?
This is actually vodka, gluten-free, Vegas baby vodka. Yes, sir. And I'm gonna pour
Really?
some up. Yep. While I do the Three Real Brothers podcast.
I guess. If you can
Anybody
drink-
else want to
No.
fake plug something?
No, I'm drinking. I'm drinking my rainwater,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna drink that.
Oh, you got your
instead.
rainwater.
I start drinking. It ain't gonna be good.
Yeah, mine's gonna be. I'm gonna say
Well,
something
I
that's gonna get us canceled.
am not a Buddhist. I am drinking this morning.
Nothing
I
wrong
want
with
you-
that.
Well, first of all, I'm so happy to be here, y'all. I'm happy to be here with y'all. Wow, y'all. I thought that was water. Y'all opened it up like 24 ounces.
Yeah, I know,
You
right?
what I mean? Budweiser, it's Keystone. I don't know if y'all remember Keystone. That may have been a little before your time. Y'all pouring.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey,
Anyway, so
that
how's
vodka's
everybody?
all right.
Yeah, you like it?
That vodka's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I was scared at first because I was like, okay, I prefer triple distilled. It's not because I'm bougie or anything, but I prefer triple distilled.
Is that Tito's?
No, Taka vodka.
Okay, gotcha. Just curious. Thought that was short for Tito's. Anyway.
But they not sponsoring us, so you should have said Edos.
Edos.
Maka.
Maka. Is that what we're doing?
Oh, bro.
Maka.
I'm sorry, I'm having too much fun already.
No,
All right.
it's all good.
So what's up?
No,
Let's
we're
get
gonna
to
jump
it.
into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then since Jesus, I thought this was a friendly podcast. Y'all
Yeah,
were like,
let's
hey,
go.
Subject one.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
get right into it.
Yes.
We would talk about. Let's start out with the trending topics for what happened this week, man.
Yeah.
Kanye West. I know
Yes.
we spent episode 1 discussing Kanye West, but
Yes.
surprisingly, unsurprisingly, Kanye West is back in the news because he's been cut. Well, no, that's not. No, the problem is he is in the news because he's been cut, and not because of what he said.
Yes, and that is the problem I have with the whole situation.
Wait, hold on. Your problem with what? With what?
With Kanye West and why the fact him losing his assets is more of a news than actually what he said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well,
It makes it raises the question. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a couple things. I feel like the reason why most people are going with his losses in network, because that's kind of what he's thrown in everybody's faces. I'm the billionaire. I'm Walt Disney. I'm this. So his network, his finances, that actually lowers his, I should say, his status,
His billionaire
'Cause
status.
that-
So what, he's
and
worth
that's-
500 million now instead of 6 billion.
But then again, from Kanye, from us, I'm like, well, 500 mil. That's still a
Yeah,
pretty
like,
good.
yeah,
That's-
like,
for me,
it's
I'm
just
like, that's
especially when I'm
still
still
pretty
waiting on
good.
that
You know what I mean?
food stamp card, Abbott.
I'm not tripping.
Yeah.
But for him, no, because think about it, that's what he flaunt a lot of the times. You remember they mentioned something about he put everybody in a group text, Jay-Z, etc. He put a bunch of people in there. He was like, I'm richer than all y'all put together. But now he's at 500 mil. Now he can't really talk.
But that's
talk
what I'm saying. So it wasn't about what he said then. Because we've all known Kanye West to say crazy, outlandish things from the beginning, right?
Yes.
George Bush don't like black people. Beyonce had the best video all the time. He's done stuff off the, not say off the wall, but I guess we can call it off the wall. But he's done stuff before. slavery was a choice and everything. I mean, he says stuff off the wall all the time. So why all of a sudden that he's no longer a billionaire is the move to make now?
Did you know what he said?
I don't know particularly. I know he referenced Jewish people, but
So we can go back into what he said. So what he did was he tweeted, "I'm about to go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people," and that kind of raised suspicion because he tried to clarify it. If you watch the Pierce Morgan interview with on whatever his show is called, Cool, Kanye actually discussed. He was like, "Well, no, I was just mad at the business owners because in Kanye's eyes, and this is out of his mouth, he believes the Jewish people, well, not just people, but the Jewish people in the
Community,
music,
yeah.
in the music industry in particular. So his business partner with Adidas is Jewish. Some of the other people that he's trying to work with are Jewish.
Most of the people they are.
Well, we don't want to assume that. So, and this is what I say with that. So he's saying he's upset at a few particular Jewish people that are in a place of power, but he was like, "I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on all Jewish people," and he didn't say all Jewish people, but he was like, "I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on the Jewish people."
Right.
And so instead of saying, "Hey, this guy, I got a problem with,"
He associated with everybody.
He associated with
Right.
people that had zero to do with the music industry or
Right.
whatever. And
Right.
so that's where the outrage came from.
right.
And I wasn't generalizing, but to be honest with you, if you look at most CEOs of anything of the entertainment and stuff too, they're usually from Jewish descent. They're from the Jewish community. If you look at it, wasn't generalized. I mean, you can look it up. You can see it.
For sure.
Even the NBA commissioners. I mean, you're talking about Hollywood and stuff too. A lot of them are from Jewish background. And so the only thing that I find interesting is that this was the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I mean? Like, it's because he said so many off the wall things, like you said, from talked about white people, he talked about black people, he talked about everybody from politics. But as soon as he mentioned the Jewish community, it's like, ooh, everything was gone. Everything was dropped. And to be honest with you, was that the most offensive thing Kanye has said?
No.
I mean,
put it this way: all hate speech is hate speech, and I think
Yes.
that is getting lost. That message is getting lost in all of this.
Right.
It's like selective rage on selective hate speech.
Right.
So when he said slavery was a choice, Adidas should have said no. We're not even going to work with you because
Right.
you said slavery was a choice.
Right.
Like there are the White Lives Matter just to get people up in arms and
yes.
So when all this happens, boom, it should be ended. If hate speech is hate speech.
Right.
Then
we
you cut
should have
it
ended
off.
it right away.
And I
So,
agree
that, and
100%.
so that's the problem I have. Then, if what he said is an issue, then we should have ended it right away. But then to go back and say, okay, well, we're going to drop his asset, and now the trending topic is he's no longer a billionaire. Like that's that's not a punishment. What you're doing is you're trying to demean him. Exactly. You're trying to demean him versus then go like, okay, what you're saying is wrong. You know what I mean? You're just looking for a reason for you to look back and go, well, he's no longer a billionaire. This guy who you looked up to, well, he's no longer a billionaire anymore. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
I don't. It's a whole. To me, it falls under this whole cancellation or the cancel culture thing. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like you're finding something and your cancel culture is saying, okay, because this person did this, we're going to take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's like you were trying to, like we talked about before, you're trying to merge the two instead of keep them separate. You know what I'm saying? It's like we talked about his product, his work is his work, and then what he said over here is like separated. Elon Musk say crazy stuff all the time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like
it's a little different though.
If you listen to the message and like the whole message of what he's trying to get across, he has good points. But his problem is how he came about it.
oh yeah,
You
yes.
can't attack a whole race of people or a whole race, a religion.
You can't attack the people who have power.
Yeah, no, but you can.
But
But there's
true.
ways to attack them, and I think the way he tried to attack them is too obvious. I've been reading this book called The Art of War, right?
Okay.
and it kind of talks about how to attack without making it super obvious to the people that you're attacking, right? How to come behind them, how to split them up, and like so. There's ways to attack strategically that I don't think he is going at it. I think he is strategic in what he's doing, mind you. I don't
Right.
think what he did was an accident. I don't
Right,
think Kanye doesn't do interviews.
Yeah.
And so the fact he did 2 interviews in a week,
Yes.
he's trying to do something.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so that's what I played at. So I already see he's trying to do something, and I'm
Yes.
not going to say
he's not as dumb as everybody
as
makes
dumb
him out
as
to be.
everybody's, and so he's
Yeah, yeah.
obviously strategic in what he's doing. I just don't like the strategy.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so if you're gonna do that, and his message, mind you, bro, I support some of what he's saying in his message.
Yes.
Okay, because he's like,
Give us an example.
no, I got you. So him saying black people kill each other, and that's put into songs. Why is that put into songs? And I'll tell you why. I mean, I'm rhetorical, okay? So why is that put into songs? That's put into songs because, one, if I'm nobody from nowhere, I'm Lil Baby, right?
Yeah.
And I'm from the projects in Atlanta, bro, and I need to get money. And I see that if I rap about positive things, nothing
Nobody
happens.
cares. Yeah, absolutely.
But if I say I'm gonna kill and I'm gonna kill any N-word run up on me, I'm
Right,
gonna
right.
kill him, and that's the only message push, mind you.
Right.
It's never, hey, if a white guy runs up on me, I kill him.
Exactly.
If an Indian guy runs up on me, I kill him.
Yeah, you can't say that.
It's only if I do this, then you gotta kill him.
Right.
Right. And so if I see that's the only message that can get me out of my place,
Right.
I'm gonna perfect that
follow it.
message.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then I see people saying, "Oh, you're not real if you don't live that life too, and you rapping." So now I've influenced these kids
Right.
to have to live this life, and just so they can say, "Oh, well, I'm real," because the song said I got to do what I'm rapping about.
Right.
And that's why
Right,
we end up
right.
with so many dead rappers.
Now,
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
on the flip side, though, on that too, are we blaming the artists for that? Who is to blame in that?
So
in that,
here's,
in that
here's
the people in
category?
power.
That's it's a combination of things, right? Because the artists have a choice. The artists have a choice to make a decision, and the people in power have a choice, right? So I think I put more blame on the people of power, but there's some blame to go to the artists because, well, they're like, well, if I can make $3 million going down this route, or I can stay at home and grind like this, then I'd rather just go make $3 million. I go in the booth and go in there.
So how do you blame him though?
Yeah, I don't blame the artists.
How do you blame?
I don't blame
if I'm
him.
looking at my kid
because at
hungry.
the end of the day, you still have a conscious decision. Like, yeah, I mean, we've all at one point in time needed money in life.
and got to make decisions.
Right, we had to make decisions.
And I'm a rapper.
So, but that's what I'm saying though. We've all had to make decisions. So, do you blame me if I ain't got no money? Well, then I can either go rob a bank or I can get up this morning and go to work. You know what I'm saying? I still have to make a choice to do it. So I think there's still some blame to the artist. Maybe not as much, but there's still some blame because you still have to make the conscious decision
But
to do it.
but
Because you got to wake up and go, okay, all right, well, listen, man, I ain't worried about the kids on the street or nothing like this. I'm just trying to get mine. I'm just trying to pay for mine. So whatever that take.
But isn't how it is out here though? When it comes down to people making their money and stuff like
I'm
that.
not saying it's not, but I'm just saying there's still some responsibility on the individual to make that choice.
It is, but it's not. Okay, so
How is it not?
I mean, I'm not saying they're not the ones going in the booth and saying the words.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But if you show me a pot of gold and you say, "Hey, bro, the only way to get to this pot of gold is to say these words,"
Yes.
right? Or you can go back to whatever bad situation that you're in and that might end up killing you or putting you in jail to provide. You know what I mean? Or you could just say these words to get this pot of gold.
Right.
So why are you putting this pot of gold with these words? Why not say, "Hey, teach this lesson and I'll give you this pot of gold"? If that happened, how many people would rap about positive things? If they said, "Hey, the less you cuss in your music, the more money you make." You see what I'm saying? There's incentives that you can do to make. So Jobs can do that. A CEO can do that of a
Right.
business. He can incentivize his employees by putting carrots on a stick. And so are these people working hard because they care about the company? No, they see the carrot on the stick.
Right.
And so changing the carrot or the bait that you're using to get these kids is more important to me. So stop giving them money only if they have this look,
Right.
if they're saying these things. Like,
Yeah.
bro, support. If you're really about the culture,
Right.
and you're right. I mean, a lot of these music CEOs are Jewish, and if you really care about black people, then you would change your message on, "Hey, bro, if you talk about that, I'm not gonna give you no money."
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Because I guess this happened before. I don't know if y'all remember when Rick Ross lost his shoe deal because he had a verse in the song. He's talking about putting using
I
date
remember.
rape a date rape drug on a girl.
Yeah,
On
she
a
didn't
white
even know
girl.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is like as soon as he said that. Now this was Rick Ross established, like 10 years down the road, he's already been established, and he's made all this money about height, move, weight, all this other stuff, which is no doubt because I'm a fan of Rick Ross. I mean, I don't want to be hypocritical here, but at the same time, as soon as he dropped that line, it was like, all right, he loses his shoe deal. So you telling me they are aware? It's just that you just can't cross the line and say anything about a Jewish person, about the LGBT community. You can't say anything about white women or anything like that.
LGBTQ plus.
All right,
you can't forget the plus.
Don't forget the plus.
All right.
Those pluses.
I tell you what, I'm not gonna get canceled because of this guy.
LGBTQ plus.
Thank you.
All right. Okay.
There's cosplays in there.
Jesus Christ. Yes. Okay. My point though. My point. You can say whatever you want about long as it's affecting this culture. You get what I'm saying? Sure. You know what I mean? It's like, but to answer your question though, if I got a pot of gold, I can do this. So let me ask you this question. What good does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul then?
Your soul you have to pay for after you live.
You
give me $100 million right now, then I can
we know where he stands. We know exactly where he stands.
We'll figure the rest out later.
Yes.
We know exactly where he stands.
Give me the money, man. We'll figure the rest out later.
Yeah, speaking of money and everything else, y'all hear that Tom Brady's going through a divorce now?
Yeah. But you know what? That's I'm glad you brought that up. Because that kind of goes back into what we were talking about in episode 2, where we were discussing, can you be a successful artist? And I think we should have widened that out. Can you be successful at anything?
Yes.
You know what I mean? That takes time and takes effort and takes energy.
Right.
And maintain a successful relationship. And if we're seeing 7-time Super Bowl winning quarterback who makes like $40 or $50 million a year.
Yes, his net worth is in the hundreds of millions.
Hundreds of millions. Who's impeccably good looking. Okay,
but his girl make more money than him.
Maybe,
but
go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
She make a lot.
Her network's more than Brady.
No, her network may be, but you on a yearly basis, nobody makes more than an athlete. Okay, then athletes are high. Besides, I guess. I take that back. If you're in like stocks and all that.
Yeah, thank you.
They're different.
Yeah, we get it. Anyway, so.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish what you're saying.
But so what I'm saying is this guy has all this going for him. Has all these successful things happening for him. 7 Super Bowl, considered the greatest quarterback of all time. Like I said, handsome. So there's nothing that we could see that would be a problem. And even he is getting divorced. Can anybody do anything?
Right.
And be successful and have a successful relationship.
Now hold on, one thing in his case.
That's what I'm asking.
You list everything he's accomplished in sports.
Mm-hmm.
What else does he have left to prove? And this is where I believe the divorce comes in. Why are you still out there at 50?
45?
50. Why are you out there at 50? Why are you out there at 50 playing this sport, which you've achieved everything that you have done? You are the greatest of all time. What else do you have left to prove? And on the flip side, on the second part of it too, is that she's probably thinking for marriage, because even if I was in that situation and my girl's probably done all that too, I'm thinking, why are you still going out? And look what he sacrificed. And then he does have kids. And so he's probably never been. So he's been there 20 years. So look how much he's probably missed out on.
So
his
he has
kids.
an estranged kid. Is that the word? Estranged?
Man.
So anyway, you got glasses on.
Glasses on, got my contacts here.
You look like you know the answer.
You look like you should. That's why I'm coming to you.
Yes, the strange kid.
But he has a kid. He had a kid before Giselle.
Yes.
And now he has like 2 with Giselle, I believe.
Yeah. Okay.
So
here's the thing. You met me while I was doing this.
Yeah, facts. Because she met him 13. I believe they've been married for 13 years.
Yeah, you met me while I was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And now you feel like, okay, all right, well, you should stop and come spend more time with me now. And this is what goes back what we were talking about. Mm-hmm. This is who he is. This he loves what he does. And if he feels like he can keep doing it, he's going to keep doing it. Like that's what this is. You met me. It's like if like you go to a strip club, you meet a stripper, and all of a sudden you're like, okay,
you
well,
gotta
hey,
do this?
Stripper.
I'm just saying.
Why you do this? Just come home with me and then
That's what I'm
Can't you
saying.
cook? You know how to
Yeah. But like, yo, this is what, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, you know, not to compare because some people have a choice or whatever. But if this is what I am and this is what I like doing and this is me, then while of a sudden now I gotta stop for you because you're like, okay, well now I want you to stop doing this and now I want you to come hang out with me. Like, what?
But
you met me
granted,
doing this.
But granted though, he's achieved everything he.
You
and on top
gotta
of that too,
understand,
what-
it's not about achievements for him.
No, but hold on.
I mean, it is in a sense,
Right.
but the drive to make him feel like a value and
see,
that,
and that's,
he needs that.
and that's where the issue lies, is right there. He has to change his identity. He can't play football forever. So either he does it now or he does it after he messes up his body.
then let him
identity.
let him retire at his time. Why do I have to stop?
What's a better time than now?
That's for him to answer. That's not for you to answer.
No, it is
Because you found me. I was over here doing this chilling.
And
you met me, I was doing this.
Could this be a problem? Okay, so we both established like he's accomplished everything, but I still do this, right? So maybe it's a deeper issue, right? So I think you kind of tapped
It's an
onto
identity
it.
thing.
So and I think a lot of men suffer from this. So it's an identity crisis on his part. But then is he dating somebody who is not? Maybe you should date within. I won't say your culture because that's the wrong, like because people start thinking color, but I don't mean color. You should date within your culture, right?
Yeah.
She's not American. She didn't grow up with football. She had to learn football. Football's not that important to her. Tom Brady is an American who's loved football, whose parents love football,
Michigan,
don't know anything. Michigan to play, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? From Cal, been a Joe Montana fan his whole, or Steve Young, whoever it was for the 49ers. Doesn't know anything.
He went to
but-
TCU.
Who was that?
TCU, he don't wear glasses.
Vegas, baby. No, but so he doesn't know anything but football.
Yeah.
His dad loves football. His mom loves football. And then you're married to this foreigner who didn't grow up with football, had to learn and embrace football, which is why I think it's important to date within your culture. Like, because I think dating within your culture is more important than anything else, right? And so if my culture is rich, right, you shouldn't date poor because they're not going to be used to what you're used to.
Right.
And then
what you've been bred.
What you've been bred and what you
understand.
don't, I don't know how to get it out from there. I'm
right.
from here.
And not to say that somebody can't come in or can't, but it becomes extremely hard. You run into these situations.
Normally poor people who get rich find other poor people who got rich and they become friends because it's a
relatable.
Within my culture.
We see some. All right, so you were talking about dating within your culture, right? Which I get and understand, but doesn't mean I don't think it doesn't always have to be, because there are some outside influence, the people that come in, they can learn, of course. Princess Diana, that was a big issue. You know, she was somebody who wasn't in royalty, married into royalty, and she was great at it, right? But does culture apply to just race, or is it just culture? Like you know what I mean?
No, I got you. So culture and race are two different things, right?
Okay.
Race is the color of your skin. Race is not who you are.
Right.
Okay, and that's where a lot of people get confused with racism and discrimination and all that, because racism is just thinking I'm better than you just because of my skin. Right.
Yeah,
Discrimination is you've done something to me and I don't like anybody like you because I have history of what you've done to me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
people who look like you.
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's the difference so that needs to already be established, right? So you have race and then you have culture. Culture is where you grew up, to me, right?
Okay.
There are multi-cultures. There's multi-cultures and there's subcultures. Okay.
Yes.
Subcultures is, hey, I'm an actor, I'm a comedian, whatever. I'm a black guy. That's a bigger culture. I grew up in middle class. That's a culture right there.
Right.
And so having somebody that can fit more of your cultures, I think creates a better, successful relationship. So I don't think it's just race, because a black girl who didn't maybe grow up the same way I did wouldn't necessarily see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Exactly.
Just because we just didn't see the same thing growing up.
Right.
Like I can't.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
You hear
My
now?
comedian comes out when
Go
I
ahead.
think that, right?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's like I don't like spicy Cheetos, right? And that reference is for who gets it, right? You know what I'm saying? And so I don't like spicy Cheetos,
Yeah,
right?
bro.
And I've never stole from Walmart. And so anybody that's ever done in this or can relate, we wouldn't get along.
Right,
You see what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
Just
right.
not the same culture.
Right, right.
Right? But an Asian girl who went to my high school, I would get more along with her because we kind of
Grew up in the same
We have enough
culture.
subcultures that we've grown up together with.
Right.
Not because there wouldn't be things that we're not alike about. Obviously, she's from an Asian culture. It'd be a whole nother culture that I have to learn. But
Right.
for the most part of where we grew up,
Our core values.
our core values mainly.
The way we look at things,
yeah, exactly.
understand things, of course.
And so that's what I mean by that. So
Yeah.
I don't believe race is the thing. I think
Right.
culture is more important than race.
Right, exactly. Like even though if I'm obviously I'm a black male, if I found some super rich, girl who was, inherited an island or somewhere.
You'd learn a culture.
I grew hard to learn really
I develop a culture.
yeah. But we wouldn't work. You know what I mean? I'd be like, all right.
Yeah, after a while, because at
I'd be
first
like,
it'd be
bro,
fun,
like,
but then after a while,
you'd
you
be
know what I'm saying?
all right,
Like,
bro, can we just have a sandwich today?
yeah,
Like,
it's like-
really?
And she's like a sandwich. Like, who's gonna fly it in? You know what I mean?
Even though we're both black though,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? So culture is completely different than race. Like,
and so that leads to kind of more that you talk about. So within relationships, and that's what you talk about. So at first you get with somebody and it's great, right? Because you don't know anything about that person. We
Yeah.
haven't been in the fire together
Yeah.
for me to be like, how are you going to react in this bad situation, right?
Well, the reason why it's also great too is everybody shows their best side at the beginning.
Well,
you
yeah,
know
of
how that
course,
is the
of
first thing.
course.
It's,
Like,
everything's fine, and 3 4
You're
months later,
basically
it's like,
lying,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
so
much.
that makes me ask a question.
yeah, you wear all your brother's shirts.
It's a little tight.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
No, y'all stupid. That makes me like ask the question, like, when is it right to lie in a relationship? Like, because to me, you're lying as soon as you meet somebody. Because if it takes me 6 months to find out who you really are, that means you've been lying this whole time.
Is it you've been lying or you just don't understand me yet? Because all the signs are always
that's
there
lying.
in the beginning.
That's
all the
lying.
signs
That sounds
are there
like a
in the
liar.
beginning.
Yeah,
All the
yeah,
signs
look
are there
this
in the
in.
beginning. You
Yeah.
just don't know
You
me
didn't
yet.
understand.
You just
Yeah.
didn't understand. You just don't
I
know
told
me.
the truth in another day.
Right, because once
dimension.
you find out, because people who are like dating, you're with somebody, then you find out like this person was definitely not who I thought they were. Then you look back, you're like, wait a minute, all the signs were there at the beginning. I just overlooked them.
So it's the person's fault for not being able to see the lie? Is that what you're saying?
That's what it sounds like.
Because that's what it feels like.
But I'm not saying that lying. I'm saying the signs
He's
are there.
toxic.
No, the
He's
signs, the
toxic.
signs are there. When you meet a girl and then you found out 6 months later, like, oh man, this girl tripping, this, and this. You start to realize, oh, it was there at the beginning. It was just that I couldn't see it clearly because I was maybe looking past it for maybe what this could be or what I thought of them. You know what I'm saying?
And so you know what was crazy? I was thinking today, right? And my mind was racing like it always is. And I was thinking by myself, I don't want to tell you what I was doing, but I was thinking, right? And so I was like, so lying and joking are kind of two of the same things, right? And so it's kind of how you're taking it. So whoever's being told something,
Yeah.
it's how you take it that determines what it is. So kind of what you're saying. So if I meet you and I lie to you and you don't pick up on it, right?
Right.
Was I lying or was I joking? You see what I'm saying? So if I say, hey, I ain't got no girl. Did I lie or was I joking? It'd be like,
Right.
Nah, because you said you ain't had no girl. I was
Right.
joking.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
why. So lying and joking are very similar things. So it's all about
Y'all
how
both
the person.
toxic. Y'all both toxic.
That's why
Good Lord.
when anybody asks you something, you always laugh when they ask you, how you doing today? Good.
Right.
Is he lying or is he joking?
See, See, my mistake is, I guess what I do is I always, I got to stop doing this, and maybe I'm learning from you guys.
Yeah,
I got to stop telling the truth.
I
got to stop telling the truth so much. That's where I kind of go.
What you mean, learn that?
What you do is you can't tell the truth and nothing but the truth. And see, that's your problem. Is
hold on, but clarify that for me,
because they don't need to know everything. Okay, so
and that's where I make my mistake.
Where you at today? I'm over here. What's up? I didn't lie.
You leave it vague. You leave it extremely vague.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about not telling the whole truth. So if a girl asks you, especially early on, right? Not when you've been with your girl for a long time. After a while, y'all look at each other boo boo, right? So
Damn.
I don't know
Real
about
relationship.
I don't know if I got that close.
Yeah.
don't worry, you be with somebody long enough, you'll see the worst of them. And so what I'm saying is, like, that first 6 months, you keep yourself a mystery as a man. Okay? Women love mysteries. Hence, every single woman that you know is a detective. They're a detective. If you don't give them anything to search for, they get bored. Become a mystery when you're talking to these girls. Don't let them know everything off top. When you are completely honest about everything, they get bored. Yeah. That's not what they want.
You think they get bored, or because they have this grand vision of things? Because their whole thing is, when I meet you, and even though it's our first day out, we go to the movies, oh my God, girl, I think he's the one. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so like that, all we did was just go to the movies and order popcorn. But oh my God, I know he's the one because what he said, he made me sit down first, and then he made sure I was okay. Then he sat down next to me. Well, like, dude, it was just our first day at the movie.
That's
I was just being a gentleman.
When women meet you, bro, they have this puzzle that they've created in their head, right? And so when they're talking to you, everything that you tell them, it's good, and it's a piece to that puzzle because they're trying to make this perfect fucking picture, right? And so every time, hey, so, and you like, man, I ain't really out here dating like that. I'm looking for one. I'm looking for something in particular. I want to get married. Ooh, peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got no kids. Ooh, another piece. I got a job. Peace. I got a house. Peace. And you're saying they're piecing this perfect guy together in this puzzle. And so that's why, as a mystery, as our man, it's our job to make them think that this puzzle. Okay. Because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Yeah, nobody's ever gonna fit this puzzle.
Right.
So what you do is you let them think that this puzzle is you for as long as you can until they come home with you and you do what you got to do, and then they're gonna realize, you know what? There's missing a few pieces to this.
Well,
so hold on. So when is it time to tell the truth, and when is it a time to lie to the girl?
After y'all together, then you stop lying.
So when it's solidified, then it's like, hey, yo,
until y'all together,
what do you mean by together? Like, until we like, hey, yo, we're boyfriend girlfriend. Until we're like, hey,
how long is it okay to trick a fish when you're fishing? So if I throw the bait out there, I'm gonna leave it out there till that fish bite. And then once he bite and I got him on the hook, then I can realize what he's in. So you lie until you got him, and then when you got him, then you tell the truth.
Yeah, that's what you just like. Okay,
not lie about everything, but come on, you gotta keep that puzzle.
Not being a compulsive liar. We don't want to go that far.
But you gotta tell them some truth. But you
on a more deeper level. More deeper level. Okay, men. Strength, right? I can't stop.
It's a great analogy.
Yeah. Men's strength is how well I can play the hero. Our imperfections or our weakness is where my insecurities and my fault, where I fall short at. Right? So if I reveal that to you too soon, I lose my identity. Right? Because when you first see me, my strength is, oh yeah, man, I ain't gonna let nobody do that to you. I'm this, I'm that. Truth be told, as soon as somebody do this, I'm running.
Right. Because you ain't never been in a fight.
Call police.
I mean, ain't never been in a fight. Call police. You know what I'm saying?
Follow the report. Sir, he was about 6 foot African American man.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like my presentation.
Money as well.
Yeah, same thing. Money as well.
That's what I'm saying. You can't.
So it's
if
like
a woman knows how much you make.
So it's not so much about me really lying to you all the way. It's like protecting my insecurities, because some things I may fall short on, I know I'm not really good at. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to reveal that to you right away until I can trust you with it, because I don't need you using that to hurt me.
Hence the reason women wear girdles.
Okay, so
right.
I gotta hide my insecurities.
okay, so let me ask you this.
Once we
Okay,
here.
so when so you tell the truth when you actually together. That's when you start like telling the truth. and
Some
stuff
of it.
like that.
You give we gotta talk about. Listen to when we're saying we're talking about when to tell the truth and when not to tell the truth. We're not saying lie about your name, your age, where you live. No, we're not saying like
Okay.
major stuff that's detrimental. We're talking about things like
Give
you
me
know,
some. Give me an example.
like, I mean, you don't have to put it all out like, oh, what you're afraid of, or you don't have to, after two nights out, like, hey, let me take you to my mom's house. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
It's like you don't have to be so revealing right away. What's something you can lie about?
Like
Talking to anybody else?
Yeah, what happened if somebody's like,
Are you talking to anybody? Hell no.
no, baby, this is you.
Last time you had sex? It's probably been months. At least
Wow,
months.
you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time.
They didn't even make condoms last time I had sex.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so
no,
definitely if she asks you like, hey, are you talking to anybody? You
Yeah,
should- you
yeah.
should like,
That's the
Because that depends on when you're at, where you're at in the relationship.
It's not because listen, I'm big on listen. If I don't ask you that question, don't ask me that question. You know what I'm
Ain't
saying?
none of our business.
Yeah, it's none of our business. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you that. Don't ask me that. You know what I mean? Now, if you need to know that from me, I don't need to know it from you, then we on different pages.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
I be telling the truth too much.
Yeah, right off the way.
I just had sex.
Yeah, what you talking about? Yeah, I mean, we talking a little
I just
bit.
got done.
You just met her. My favorite food is spaghetti. Like what?
And I ate it off of her.
Hey, you just met her an hour ago at Wingstop.
Yeah, I got to stop telling the truth, bro.
bro.
You can't tell the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah,
that's
like
the
you
problem.
too
You're supposed to
revealing.
tell. You're supposed to tell the truth.
Absolutely. Because the truth hurts sometimes. The truth hurts. Absolutely.
Yeah,
The truth ain't because
so
but then
the
you
truth
don't want the truth either, though.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
Hey, are you talking to anybody? Have you slept with anybody else?
Because you can't take it either.
You ain't gonna want to hear that.
Yeah, you can't take
She
it
tell you
either.
5 people.
Yeah,
and you be
you
like,
like,
oh, so you just out here like that, just with everybody.
Regardless, you've been with 5 people.
Right.
So,
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
So you can't take it. So
I
you got
don't ask
you got to
any
work
questions.
it. Always think of it this way: you got to work up our way to know where you can handle the truth. You know what I mean? Favorite movie line. You can't handle the truth.
Right.
We need to be together so long that you ain't gonna leave.
You can handle all. You can handle. I can.
We got a mortgage together. We got kids together.
Yeah.
It ain't that far. It's not that
Then you
far.
be honest.
It's not that far. It's just more so. It's
Yeah,
more
I was
so
with her
the fact-
last night. Yes.
You can't leave.
Yes. Yes.
You can't break this lease.
It's more about.
Yeah.
It's more about.
We had sex. You gonna let a sex get between us? What we built so long.
Look at this.
Yeah. Okay, it was one night. All right. Now you go to work. I go to work. We got these kids to raise.
No, it's
I love
more,
you, girl.
Yeah. Don't let no little sex get between us.
Wow.
Do not let the little sex get between what we've had.
just ruined everybody's dating
One little
relationship.
sex. One little sexual encounter.
Yeah.
And 15 strong.
Yeah.
It's a black love.
Oh man. Oh, I quit. Oh God.
They gonna hate us after this.
We broke
He
up.
said, yeah, we just probably broke up so many relationships. He like the guy like, yeah, you see, listen to him.
Yeah. No, it should just you should just reveal the truth as you go along when you can trust somebody with the truth.
Until you realize that they can handle it.
Yeah, because you may tell somebody the truth. They may not be able to hear. They may not need to know that. You know what I'm saying? Just, just go wait till you can trust them with the truth. Because,
Now let me ask you this. Okay, now let me flip it real quick. From the girl's point of view,
Facts.
would you rather hear the truth or a lie? If you like, hey, yo, did you sleep with old dude? Would you rather want the truth or a lie?
for me,
Yeah, if a
I'm
girl
different. Go ahead.
I'm completely
let me hear
different,
from a
though.
girl's point of
I'm
view.
wired differently, so I don't know if that's even the best question to ask me because
So
I would answer. Yes, I would want to know.
You want to know the
I want to know
truth.
details.
Okay.
Really?
I want no details.
Would you now would you be able to handle? Because we were just like, oh,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
won't be able to handle
Yeah.
the truth. How would you feel in that? If she's like, yeah, you know what?
Cause
Yeah.
I look at and I have a different view, and I've told my homeboy this. How I view just any woman in general, as far as like if we've been together or whatever. I knew my girls, anybody I've ever dated or been with, weren't a virgin when I met them. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, this is Angel. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know how nasty you is. I've had sex with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just trying to see if you did that for him too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But see, like I said, I think different.
So
because
you want to know the truth.
I want to know the truth. Like, I don't want to be like,
Would you be able to recover too if she like
yeah, no, for sure. Like, as long as you're honest with me. If you're completely honest with me, bro, you tell me everything I'm asking, then I can trust you. But if you're like, nah, I don't know, we're done.
What about
for me,
you? Would you want your girl to be like
this way? I don't even get to ask because it don't even matter to me. Because I'm like, baby, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying?
That's your business.
I'm grown, so it's just like, say, listen, you with me right now, so let's go. That's how.
So
I
you
feel.
wouldn't care if she was doing it. She had sneaky links and stuff like you.
Hey, man, I'm like-
You
I'm
obviously the sensitive one. Go ahead and tell
Yeah,
us.
I was just curious.
I'm like, baby,
I wanna know.
I'm like, you
I'm
with me
just
right
curious.
now, so
Right.
what's the matter? It don't
Right.
matter.
What you
I don't
got,
care
Kyle?
what you did
Right.
last night, whatever.
Some cat that obviously would bother you.
No, because I'm trying to think.
So y'all saying,
Yeah, so y'all was how
saying
long?
don't care.
So how was it? Was he different? Or like, what do you do?
Was he big?
He hold your dough.
No, actually,
He ain't write
to
no love
be honest with you, I don't know if I would. To be honest, with you, I don't know if I would want to know. To be honest with you,
Why not?
if I'm being
Why not?
honest,
Like, you don't want to know anything, or you would want to know it happened, or what?
I don't know if I would want to know. I don't know. Yeah, honestly.
You like, if you gonna do it, do your thing, and then come home.
Yeah,
and then we'll
because
do it.
you know, and then also too, I look at it this way too, because I mean, you telling me that too. I mean, I don't know. Whatever's done in the dark eventually comes to the light. So I'm a
Always.
true believer in that.
Sometimes.
You know what I'm saying? Depends on where you keep it on the rack. Depends on how strong your lie is from
Gotta
him.
hide that picture. No.
Yeah. Change the passcode.
Yeah,
But for me though, yeah, I don't think, because for me, I'm like, what I don't think I would want to know. If I'm honestly really thinking, I don't know if I need to know on that too. Because eventually it's gonna come out anyway. And then you telling me, like, okay, hey, I did this, and this. What I mean, I don't know what is that gonna do for me? Like you said, you needed all the details. That for me, that doesn't fix the problem. That doesn't, you know what I mean? That doesn't do it for me.
it's
You know what I'm
bigger.
saying?
It's the honesty, right? So I'm all the bro. Honesty is my thing. I don't care about nothing else but honesty, bro. Like,
But does it seem contradicting though? Because you're like, hey, I'm gonna tell you lies, but I want you to be
what
the
I said
truth
was
with
stay a
them.
mystery.
Got you.
Stay a mystery. There's a difference between saying, "Hey, my name's Steven," and my name's Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying, "Hey, my name. I ain't got no kids." Like
Right.
in the first episode when I was like, "My niece," but I would never in my life, you know what I'm saying, do that. Like, but it was funny at the time. But you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
lies don't do it for
Right,
me. I
right.
like.
Yeah.
Hey, this is this, and this is this.
Right.
What you got?
Right.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
for me,
because I
though-
can handle the truth pretty
But I
much.
don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
For
You're
me,
right.
and this is, again, I know I'm wired different. For me, it could be an ego thing, because if I'm with you and let's say I'm like, dang, you seem lost and confused, like, you know what I mean? Like whatever in bed, then I'm like, dang, everybody you dated whack anyway. Why you so confused and lost right now? So for me, it's an ego thing. So I know who you've been with, whatever, once we've been hanging out for a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then after a while, because I'm like, okay, if it's really good, then I know, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? You
This
know
ain't your
some
person.
things. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
right.
not- but then if it's like, it's not, then I'm like, man,
Oh, you
every
always
dude you
lick
dated
nipples,
was
huh?
whack. Like, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
okay, now-
like, God, dog.
now-
I'm like, so now my ego started like, man.
Now
you know what I'm
this
saying?
has me going into another thing too. Speaking of relationships and stuff too, still thinking about that too. Now this goes to this, because this is a whole nother topic too. For still staying relationship wise. Now with social media involved, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, how do you feel? For it seems like girls now, just not general, but it just seems like with social media and stuff too, they love being posted on the social media account and your Insta, whatever, and stuff like that too. How do you feel about that? Now, does a girl have to post you? Like, if you're with her,
No.
do you need to see those posts to get
No.
validation?
That's to me, ego, the posting on social media, all that, that's the wackest thing to me. That is so wacky and immature to me. to me, because I'm like, all right, I just woke up next to you. I just left the house with you, and now I got to post on social media, hey, honey, have a great day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, if I want to talk to you, maybe I'm from a different generation, just brought up different. I'm like, bro, if I need to talk to you, I'm just going to talk to you.
What we talked about last time? How do girls get paid?
By attention. I understand that.
That's what that is. That's that payment, bro.
They just need,
which they don't take. You don't take social media serious, right?
No, I don't.
They do, bro. They live their lives by memes. Okay, you know what I mean? Memes I get sent to me a day saying, "Well, see, we'll talk about this." And you're like, cool, but
like, it's not
that's what I'm getting at. So,
man.
like, women take social media a different level than we take social media. So so for you to be like, oh, well, you know why I gotta post you on those social media, bro? To her, that's like you holding her up as a trophy. Okay, like to her, you're like, you see the whole world. I want the whole world to know who
I want the whole world. The whole world business doesn't matter because at the end of the day, my
logically, remember stupid ass questions. Remember I told you stupid ass questions. Okay,
yeah, like
so to us, it ain't gonna make sense,
right?
But to them and to other women like them, it makes 100% sense. And they're like, oh, he ain't post you on Facebook. Oh, girl, he ain't look who he fucking. He must be fucking somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they think.
I know.
You have to. But what I want, we have to meet in the middle somewhere on this.
Yeah,
I think women should meet us halfway, and we should meet men halfway. Like, look, I'll post you, but we ain't gonna post your whole picture. You get one post a year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You want your birthday, you want Christmas, like what you want.
But I'm the type, I don't even post like selfies on mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even post selfies on mine. I only post completed projects on my social media. That's it.
Well, you should boost up your social media presence then.
I mean, what's the point? Like, what's the point? Like,
so have you had arguments and stuff too?
All the time.
Because you don't post enough.
Yeah,
but that's why I said have the agreement to where you say, "Look, I'm still trying to run a business."
So I'm still with you. Like, I see you every day. Like, I got posted this week. I posted that way. You're like, God, dog. I post every trip we go on, and then if I do all that, then you get mad. Well, if somebody may break into the house, we can't let them know too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like keep all that stuff away.
See,
because then it becomes a problem.
No, I was saying, see, that's where I kind of have like, because I almost kind of have a little bit of your viewpoint. I've been trying to go like halfway, just trying to understand, like, okay. And the crazy thing is though, like when I finally do post, it wasn't like enough. It didn't feel it wasn't like that. That's the crazy thing. Like the expectation. I feel like
it never ends.
I feel like when I'm trying to post you and I'm trying to do this and stuff too, it's got to be the love of my life there. Why didn't you use why did you use that picture? That's the worst picture that you ever used. Me. I'm just trying to find.
It never ends. So then you got to post them every Friday when you go out.
But then men are like this though. Men are like this. We need treats. We need treats, right? And women need to understand this. So if I do post this on social media, you can't argue with me for at least 2 weeks about anything. You see what I'm saying? Like there has to be treats with everything for men, like
a reward system.
Yeah, no, men are dogs.
Pretty much,
men are dogs, right? And you can say that because when we like running in packs, you know what I'm saying, and we love treats after we do something well. We roll over. Give me a treat.
We need to
don't ask me to post you on social media. Then I post you on social media, and 2 days later, I'm arguing about something else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then now all these other women then got scared away.
Nah. I just took every side girl away for you in this moment, and now
you messing this up. No, but I'm saying, but seriously though,
all jokes aside.
No, all jokes aside, like seriously though. So give your man treats. If your man, hey, you ask your man to do something, hey, I've been wanting him to do this, bro, and he does it for you, give him a little doggy treat.
Yes.
Give him show him a boob. Something.
Yes. Like show him a boob.
Show him a boob. You know what I mean? Like some kind of treat to feed, because that's how men work. If I fix something, good job, babe. That's how
right. It may at least appreciate the efforts too. Appreciate the efforts. That's really what it is.
Doesn't necessarily have to be physical.
Because like you said, I feel like it's never enough.
It's never enough.
It's never enough. And
so you complain. I just posted you a week ago.
Exactly. And it's like, well, you ain't post me today.
And they're like, what have you done for me lately, though?
Yeah,
you get those like.
Well, last time I posted, we got in arguments.
Right.
If history shows.
Now, do y'all care about being posted? If she had her Insta and you are not anywhere to be found on that, but yet she's
because your social media is filled with your friends and family anyway, so they already know we together. Wait, no, I don't care. Like, no.
What about you?
It depends.
I don't need to be posted.
I don't need to be posted. I appreciate if I do something. Like, say if I got a show coming up and then she reposted.
Got you. But you
I
don't.
prefer.
I mean,
So what is y'all validation?
She don't gotta say, "Hey, this my man." Like, duh.
yeah,
You know what
like
I mean?
I'm not even
With them
for that. I'm
kids.
not even for that neither. I'm like, bro, like do your own thing. I'm doing my own thing. We meet back in the middle at the end.
So where's y'all validation come from your girl then? What is it? What is that validation?
Maybe because of where I am.
This is
or how I
love
feel.
language speaking.
Yeah,
This is love
Got
language
you.
speaking. So
Okay.
everybody's gonna be different.
Right.
Yeah,
That's what I
so-
wanted to hear from you guys. What do y'all need
What
that
is your
validation
particular
for?
love language?
So I don't mine is in the physical realm, right? Because I don't need you to pat me on my head, tell me a great job, whatever.
You just need sex.
Yeah, mine's
more
the physical
vagina.
realm.
Yeah,
Mine's
just-
the
yeah.
physical realm.
You have
I
any more
don't
vagina
care.
for me?
Listen. I don't need you to tell me. Oh, you do a really good job. I'm like, I work hard. I know. You know what I'm saying? I work at what I do. I'm no need validation from you. I don't need you to cook. I can cook for myself, and then or I can go out to eat. I'm fine. I'm good.
Cannot give myself head. I've tried. She's ribs.
Golly. I just got fired. Yeah. But yeah.
Well, there that went.
Yeah.
Chris's daycare.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Mine
So
is just in the
physical is
realm.
that- so it's
like
just-
because I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So how much sex you need a week then?
God, what are we going
Jesus.
with this?
No,
I'm
I'm
curious. That's an honest
Answer the
question. How much
question.
sex you need a week?
Nice.
I need at least once.
Once a week?
At least once. At least once.
Man,
good
how many
question.
days in a week?
7.
I need it once a day.
Hey, man, listen, man. I'm just telling you. Hey, man. A lot of testosterone. You know what I mean?
Twice a day.
Yeah, metabolism really high. Must be the shirt.
Okay,
Energy's high.
what
I
about
work
you?
out a
What's your
lot.
validation and what's a good amount of sex a week for you to keep you happy?
I like good jobs. I like attaboys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love an attaboy.
What's an attaboy, just to clarify?
Attaboy. Good job.
Oh, got you. Okay, I didn't know where you were going with that. I was like, attaboys. I was like, because you just said head, so I was thinking like attaboy. I was like,
No,
I was like, wait a
like
minute.
I just like when she's like, "Yo, good job, that thanks, babe." Like thanks, because if I don't need much. Like
Right.
you give me you give me a release once a week,
Right.
and then you give me an attaboy. Hey, and I mean it's stuff that maybe that like I guess you'd be like, "Oh, I just bought my daughter an outfit for
Right.
Halloween." You know what I mean? Nobody asked me to buy none. I just bought it, right?
Right.
And it's for my daughter, whatever. It still feels good. My wife's like, "Hey, good job."
Right.
Good job.
Yeah,
That's
and
your- that's your validation.
Not to
You need
misconstrue
that.
anything, because the physical realm for me is the attaboy.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important for women to understand that every man is different. So you got to realize what is that attaboy for your guy. For me, the physical is the attaboy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're doing something physical, I'm like, okay, well then, that's your way of telling me thank you, good job, whatever.
Right. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that encourages me to do more.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when I lose the physical realm, then I'm like, man, you know what I mean? You don't care nothing about me or whatever.
Right. Yeah, now for me, I would say like the validation I need is you're right. I just need just to show, just acknowledge my efforts, even if I don't deliver on certain things. Maybe it's not the way it is. Just acknowledge that I'm trying, and I'm cool with that because now that keep me going. I'm like, okay, that wasn't it. All right, I can keep going, and just that validation of, hey, I see what you're doing. I see that you're trying. I see your efforts. Okay, cool. Just almost like a pat on the head, like you were saying.
Yeah, that boy.
And then now for sex wise. Twice a week I'd be cool. Twice a week is cool
fair.
because I don't want to sit down.
Well, you're young.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you get older. You like, I just hope he's working with me today.
Right,
That's
right. Yeah, I guess because I don't know. I feel like we having sex every day and stuff, but then it's gonna get boring and all that
It's
stuff. I was
routine.
like,
For
I don't want it to
yourself.
routine.
Sorry.
Kitty nasty.
Jesus.
I'm just saying. Well, y'all brought it up. All right, that's it for this week. Glad you guys joined today.
Right.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, actually, so let's wrap it up on that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think this was a great pod so far.
Yeah.
So make sure, before everybody goes, make sure they tune in next week.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna keep this going.
Right,
I like this Friday dropping. Hopefully we have a guest coming soon. Maybe
Yeah.
not next time, but hopefully soon we got coming
Yeah.
up. We're gonna deep dive. We're actually gonna start talking about moms and
Yeah,
When they
yeah,
even
of course.
bring the mom.
May
on
even
here.
start
Yeah.
bringing a
bring
mom or
mom
two.
on
I don't
here.
know.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
bring his mom or his mom. Nah, but man, thank you so much for tuning into the Three Real
Yep.
Brothers podcast.
Follow us at Three Real
Well,
Brothers.
Well, I'm not
Podcast.
done.
Sorry.
I wasn't done.
Hey, let him
Sorry.
finish.
Fucking
Dang.
rude. Yeah.
Golly.
Thank you for tuning into the Three Real Brothers podcast. Before we go, give your piece of advice.
So my piece of advice for everyone, and not just in entertainment business, just
in general.
Just regardless. Remember to always keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. No matter what, keep pushing forward. The ups, downs, bads, keep pushing forward.
My thing is always find ways to keep the passion alive. Finding the love of whatever you're doing and keep that alive and hold on to that. No matter what, keep the passion there.
And I think you should find happiness within yourself.
Okay.
Stop
Fact.
looking for happiness in material. Stop looking for happiness in other people. They're not your responsibility. Your happiness comes within yourself, and then you will actually be truly happy. Thank you again for tuning in to the Three Real Brothers podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram at Three Real Brothers. Follow us on Spotify at Three Real Brothers podcast. The podcast
The
will
YouTube
be-
channel too.
YouTube channel, that's super important. We love their YouTube channel at Three Real Brothers. Man, tune in. If you like it, tell your friends, share, subscribe. Do not keep us a secret. Do not keep us a secret. You let us out. Let us out. Now we're a peacock. We need to fly. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all again for tuning in to Three Real Brothers podcast, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Love you.
Love you.